guys, welcome to Moments with Myra again. I'm Myra. Anyway, there's something I'm realizing already in just these few weeks of recording and just going through life from a different perspective as a blogger. And that is, especially, I believe, as a mom blogger, you have no time to do it. So any window you get, just do it. And this is for anyone who wants to try vlogging or blogging or doing any writing. So anytime you get, just do it, right? Anytime your creative juices are flowing, just do it. Because there's work, there's business, there's parenting, there's all these things, and you also just want to have time to sleep and enjoy. So it's I'm slowly coming to the realization that anytime I get like 5 minutes or 10 minutes like I have now, I'm just going to go ahead and record. So today, number one, I want to say thank you to everyone who's watched my videos, given me feedback. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I also want to send a special shout out to Mags, Corey, Michelle, my family, of course, and Eugene. These are the guys who've been like, one way or another, sharing my posts and everything. Thank you so much. For the guys who went on my Facebook page after to find me and say I inspire them, gosh, that's so humbling, but thank you. And for everyone who used any of my potty tips, and for the guys who don't have kids, nieces or nephews, who just watched and laughed and gave me feedback saying they didn't know that potty training or using the loo for kids was such a big thing for us as parents, especially mothers. Thank you. I also want to send a very special shout out to Hafswa. We interacted a bit and you were telling me about your daughter. I've never met you, never seen you. At least I saw a bit of you from your Facebook picture, but you talked about your daughter and how she's now using the pinky, which is the potty, and congratulations to you. Also, a few people asked me the book I used with my kid. Here it is. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Huh? It says, I want my potty. Okay, this is the book, right? There's a princess we're talking about. There's her potty. It looks like a cup, which is really weird, but anyway. But yeah, it's just basically about like a princess who learns how to use her potty. And that's the one we use. But like I said, whichever, you can find one in a store somewhere, and you can use that. Potty aside, I have something very interesting I want to talk about today. Let's start with the fact that if you've seen my first video, which you should, and you should subscribe and keep watching, you know that I'm pregnant. I'm very pregnant, by the way. I'm just kind of hiding, but anyone who's paying attention can see my body wants to pop out of my clothes. So I'm pregnant, or very fertile, depending on your sense of humor. Yes, and it's my second time round. And there are very interesting things that happen to pregnant women, and that's one of the things I want to talk about today. So that, number one, if you're pregnant, or if you get pregnant anytime soon, expect this to happen to you. But if you're not pregnant and you come across a pregnant woman, please understand how to deal with us from these few things that I will tell you. One of them being, please don't touch my belly. So these are the guys I call the BTs, the belly touchers, the people who see you, they realize you're pregnant, maybe they haven't seen you in a while, or people who see you every day and they just want to come and touch your belly. Please don't do it. Please, I beg you, please stop touching pregnant women's bellies. It's almost as bad as someone who goes to the gym, they work out, their butt is bigger or whatever, their body has toned up and everything, and you go like, oh, it's looking so much better, how are you feeling, how did you get to this point? Please just don't touch our bellies. If you're a BT, a belly toucher, that's okay. No shame in it. You get excited, you see a pregnant person, maybe you know them personally, and you just want to touch their belly. But there are ways to do this. Ask, okay? When you see someone, can you just ask, can I touch your belly? Some people will say no. Other people will be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, and they'll engage you in conversation, or they'll just like go into another conversation and try and avoid you. And you need to pick up on those signs, because not everyone is as bold, and not everyone will go like, why are you touching my belly? I love it when my husband does it. It's so cute when my daughter is trying to figure out how there's a baby in here, and she keeps like touching it and she kisses it and she says, hi baby. And when my sister-in-laws do it, that's fine, I'm comfortable with them. But when you're a colleague, I won't mention names, or like you're just someone I meet at the clinic or something, don't touch my belly, unless you have doctor gynecologist on your forehead. Don't touch the belly. And if you really must, just ask. But that's not it. It gets worse. Yes, I had sex, okay? um, this especially happens with older people, like mothers, the older generation, the women, a bit more conservative. This happens also with people I haven't seen in a long time, and guys who didn't know I'm pregnant. And it's like, oh my God, like you had sex. That's what's not being said, but it's showing on their faces. And they look at you like, they give you this eye like we know what you did. Yes, I did. And it's not a sin. The Bible does say to procreate. So if anything, I'm following rules. And speaking about sex, that brings me to my third point. The theories, my God. Everyone wants to try and figure out the sex of your kid. With my first pregnancy, I was a balloon, bigger than what I am right now. And guys would say like, oh, it must be a boy, it must be a girl. Apparently, like in Kenya, there's this theory where, or most Kenyan tribes, there's this theory where if your face breaks out, it must be a girl, because girls compete with their mother for beauty. And if you're glowing, or they say if the belly isn't too big or whatever, it might be a boy. Anyway, as we speak, I have a friend who found out she's having a baby girl, and her family wanted a baby boy because of African tradition. I hope you saw me rolling my eyes. But then, so it's very weird for her, right? Especially with her in-laws. Story for another day. But that's the thing. Just don't insist on, your theories, what you had from your aunties, uncles, fathers, grandfather in the village. Just chill, man, and wait. If someone is willing to tell you the sex of the baby, be happy for them, okay? Prepare yourself with a gift when the time comes. And if someone is not willing, allow them to, tell you when they're ready, because either way the baby will come out and you will see the sex. So this one is going out to new moms, new parents. There's this thing that happens when people find out that you're having a baby for the first time. I experienced it a lot in my first pregnancy. Everyone wants to give you advice, okay? Everyone who's had a kid before, you need to do this, you need to buy that, you need to go here, you need to say this, you need to eat this, you need to dress like this. Wah, wah, wah. Do your own thing, okay? I was very much a Google mom. I would search for everything. I was always like, how much am I supposed to walk? What am I supposed to eat? Baby names, da da da. I was always like searching. That's the way I decided to do it. Someone else might decide, let me be hooked on my mom, keep asking my mom questions. I personally didn't have my mom around, so I didn't have that privilege. But it's different for different people. But the thing is, some of the advice you're given can work, okay? But kids are different, parents are different, environments are different. Take what you can, or take what you feel is important, ignore the rest. And then The last thing I wanted to say is, and this is going out to everyone else, we really have no control over our bodies. Honest, as in, it's not a joke. 1 minute, I'm watching an animation with my daughter and I'm so emotional and I feel like, oh my God, that is such a pretty glittery dress and I want to cry. Next minute, I'm watching Game of Thrones or Stranger Things, or I'm watching How to Get Away with Murder and I'm like, kill that guy, kill that. So our emotions are all over the place. You want to cry, you want to sing, you want to be left alone. There are moments I just like come into the room, I lay on the bed and I just don't want to see anyone. I don't want to be around anyone. And you can't explain it. You really have no control over it. So the other thing I just need to say, whether you're working with a pregnant person, living with them, whether you're neighbors, um, however you're interacting with one, try as much as possible to understand that they don't even understand what's going on, okay? And just be able to appreciate that and give them their space when they need space. Don't take things so personally, okay? Um, or you'll know after 9 months whether to take it personally or not. Take your time to appreciate that pregnancy is something very interesting and very different, and just let them be pregnant. It's just 9 months. Give them their 9 months to be angry or be happy or cry, and just let them be. Thank you so much for watching. I will do this very soon. This is an exciting week coming up. Um, and I will tell you why when I do my next video. Thank you. I love you guys. Take care, especially if you're in Kenya. Take care, kabisa. Have a great day. See you soon. Remember to subscribe and give me your feedback. Sawa sawa. Especially if you're one of those people who's been weird around pregnant people. I want to laugh with you. Thank you guys.